Now, you're very welcome to What Matters programme, and can I say a very sincere thank you to all of the viewers at home and abroad, to Chris Fogarty in the US, and I'm joined here by Billy Maguire, my very good friend and very, very well-known man for his transparency and his passion about the real history of Ireland. And Billy, it's good to be with you here today.
Thank you, John, and you're very welcome.
And I believe the comments about our programmes is going far and wide.
And I believe in America, and people are so upset about what happened over the GAA taking off the sovereign seal in air off the medal. That's the medal there in
Yes.
your hand. Have you shown that?
No, I show it now. This is the original medal.
1910.
Look at that.
There
Isn't
it is
that
there.
absolutely beautiful?
And that is what, look, there it is there.
Yes.
Is that focusing on that as well?
No, I'll focus on that now. Just 1 minute there. But look at that. And that's the original medal of 1910.
And nobody, that's our sovereignty. That's the sovereign seal of the Sovereign Republic of Ireland. That's
Yes.
what the IRB put up. And that was the 1918 32 county election.
Yes.
That was the mandate. That's what all that is about, sovereignty. And the proclamation, if you read it, which is over there. I
Yes,
left it out,
I've seen it.
and you see the GA, you see that, look. It's on, look, there's the medal. There's a better one of the GA if you wanted to see it.
No, I'll just take that photo proof there as well, so that viewers can actually understand then, because...
The difference between.
Right. Now, so the medal that I just produced here, going back to 1910, this is the original, we'll say the photograph of the original.
Yes.
Now, then, pardon me, sorry, I'm mistaken slightly there. It's the one on the right-hand side that actually is a photo shoot of the original. Now, the one then on the left-hand side has no era in it, no emblem, just GAA. So
that's what that's the cause of the conflict.
Yes.
Now, if you take up that on your hand there, the picture there.
Oh, the picture, yes.
You just show you, that's it, look, that's them doing it.
Right.
And do the back as well. You can see where they changed it. You see the medal?
I do. I see it, yes.
And you see the back, turn the page over.
Turn the page, yes. Okay. I do indeed.
The 4th of September 2008. And we have the correspondence there for you.
Yes.
All that if you want to read it on the medal.
But just to make this simple for viewers, Billy, all of this could have been solved and resolved by simply keeping the emblem, the beautiful original Irish emblem.
Yes, look, it's on everything.
On everything. And still get the permission to become a corporate body, because as you said, and you're very, very open about this, Billy,
Yes.
every sporting organisation has to make money to keep their doors
You
open.
have to keep money.
So, but it could have been done this way.
Of course they could, but they wouldn't do it. For some unknown reason, they wouldn't do it. There's some other reason in it. But it was the IRB that founded the GA for that purpose.
Correct. Yes.
And as you know, John Francis Maguire, the Cork Examiner, he sent John McCabe and John Wisepower up to Thurles, and they had the instructions how to set up the organisation.
Yes.
And that was a sporting organisation for the 32 counties. And it's still a sporting organisation for the 32 counties.
It is.
But you can't take the sovereign seal from there. The GAA are to administer the GAA. That's their function.
Yes.
And they can do that. But they cannot change the symbol of the Sam Maguire, the Lee McCarthy Trophy. They go back every year. Whatever county wins them, they have to hand them back at the end of the year. But the medal is your proof that you played in that hurling or football All Ireland. And that's you can show that to anybody and said, I won that, and that's your proof.
Yes.
Today you have no proof of anything because it's not an All Ireland medal and will never be an All Ireland medal. And it's time, it was all we're asking the GA is to put it back. Put back, and look, if you pick up that page there.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you read that?
I can, of course. And this is to Mr. Nicky Brennan.
Yes. He was the president at the time
of the GAA,
right.
Croke Park, Dublin 3. And it is directed from Billy Maguire, Lee House, Kappa, Askeaton, County Limerick. Dear Mr. Brennan, before you leave office, please put back the sovereign seal and era on the GAA medal that you removed as president of the GAA from the GAA medal. My letter of the 5th of September 2006 explained the protocol for the medal, and also the Sam Maguire and Liam McCarthy trophies, which are still the property of the Irish Republican Brotherhood. Signed and sealed on this day, the 1st March, Anno Domini 2009, under the sovereign seal of the Sovereign Republic of Éire, William James Maguire. Well, you see, the problem is all of the board of directors, we call them directors of the GAA. You see, I'm not a legal man, I'm not legally trained, but I would imagine that the original seal, the medal, and what's on the medal is the legal, how would I say, the legal medal and the legal entitlement, the legal title, that's what I'm trying to say, of the GAA. So you cannot, in my view, just change that willy-nilly.
No. And John, they didn't tell anybody, they did it themselves without, and nobody would believe, and nobody today believe that it was changed. They still think that that sovereign seal is still on the same medal, and of course it isn't. It's a corporate body now. And you have that, John has that where Pat O'Donovan and Shirley from West Limerick 102, they got an award down.
They did, yes.
Kenny, and they went down and they asked Nicky Brennan.
Yes.
And he said it's a corporate now, and he admitted that they did it. But I mean, that's not only is it fraud,
yes,
that's treason. Lotta, we're not playing any games.
But you see, that's it, Billy. You see, that's the very
fraud.
point. Well, we won't accuse them of fraud, but what I think was, or is, that they need to get legal redirection on this.
They need to put the sovereign seal back, is what they need to do. You can't interfere with the sovereignty, because then is it going to be taken off? Look, there's our euro coin.
Yes.
Look, there's the old punt. Look at the
I remember
punt.
it, yes, indeed.
With the punt. And there's our euro coin. Look, with the euro symbols on it. So that's wrong as well.
Yes.
That has to be then the symbol of the serpent on that. And on your passport, John.
Yes.
Where will you go without that passport?
But you see, that's a legal document, you know?
But every country has to have their...
Yes.
You know, to do that. And that's what...
That's our sign. That's our sovereign sign.
And
nobody has a right to interfere with that.
You can't interfere. And we can't sit in Europe.
Yes.
Nor can we without that. Mm-hmm. And that's in Europe. But how can Europe allow that fraud and that treason and to be allowed to put on, they call that euro coin. That's not Irish coin, because I showed you the Irish coin.
Correct, yes.
But this is euro coin. And euro are colluding with that.
I see. Now I get you. Mm-hmm.
And how can Europe collude with treason? And that's what they're doing. That's what's done. Look, the mandate is, and I'll read it here myself. I know, I just get a bit more light. This was my letter to Boris Johnson.
Yes, I remember that.
And I see it. Can't see it. We'll have to read just that little bit there about our about the election. You've written before.
Okay.
Do you want that light?
No, fine. No,
it's just that it's important to say where we're coming from. And it was the 1918 32 county election.
I have it here. I have
just that little bit.
It just says that only the sovereign Dáil Éireann, democratically elected government by the will and the wishes of the sovereign people of Éire, in the 1918 32 county All-Ireland election. Now that's 32 north and south.
Yes.
Called by the British government on the 14th of September 1918. The Irish and Fenian Republican Brotherhood, IRB Sinn Féin, won 73 seats on the 28th of December 1918. The Unionist Party won 25 seats. The Nationalist Party won 6 seats. The Independent Party won 1 seat out of a total of 105 seats.
But isn't that, give me back that now.
But you see the point there again, we discussed this before. A lot of people were saying, and they came back, and you know, everywhere all over the country we got comments on that programme, and thanks Billy for that, was why was the will and the wish of the people of Éire in a 32 county, All-Ireland county election, not, and even called by our invaders for hundreds of years, why was that not recognised and seen as the result of?
You're on the right question there now. And as you know, King George V,
yes,
he and the British government declared Dáil Éireann to be an illegal assembly.
Correct.
And he sent in his Cairo gang
Yeah.
to execute and annihilate all members of that sovereign Dáil Éireann government. And John, that's it over there. I lift that over.
No, it's fine. No, I get that afterwards. But
that's the government that you're talking about, all 32 counties.
now, in that photograph, Billy, we want to make this very clear to people. In that photograph, we have the founders of Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael.
Well, they're all there. They all came out of IRB,
Sinn Féin.
That's where they all came out.
Yes, with Eamon de Valera, and we all know Eamon de Valera.
Well, he's
and
up
he
there.
Founded Michael Collins.
And there's the sovereign seal in Éire.
And the sovereign seal is there.
About, look.
Yes, correct.
And all the people. And look, it's the 21st of the 1st of January,
1919. Yes.
And that's it. And look at Countess Markovich.
Yes.
You know?
Great woman. Marvellous,
Can you see that in that?
Indeed. I just want to refer to an interview I did there recently with Sean Diffney in Foynes. And he follows your programmes, and like all the historical societies do around the country, Billy. But, you know, he was talking about the women involved in the gun running at the time.
Yes.
They were fantastic people.
They were all
They gave up their own...
it couldn't have happened, John, only for
them. They were great women.
Coming
them on, yes.
In the Éireann.
Yes.
Only for those people.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have our independence today.
But
they were the backbone that kept us
Billy,
alive.
the point is this. You see, I'm going to refer back now. Have we real independence? I'll tell you why. My opinion is, right, Garth Brooks is a worldwide star. We know that.
I have nothing against Garth.
And I don't even know him.
GAA.
But I wouldn't go into a photo shoot with him anyway. But anyway, leaving that aside, I'm not really interested in his music. But he has now a license from the so-called GAA.
Yeah, but we want to know who gave him the license.
But that's the point.
We want to see the license, because the license has to have 12 strings.
Yes, exactly.
And they're on it.
Yes.
And the GAA on the 4th of September 2008,
yes,
they got rid of all that.
They did.
How can they do that? And then claim a license. There is no license.
No.
And I'm saying there is no legal, valid or bona fide. It has to have 12 strings. That's what I was anointed to do.
Yes, that's the harp.
And that's the sovereign seal.
See, that's our
the
seal.
The harp is BC.
Our, yes.
But that, John, give me that there,
but,
please.
The point is, though, you see, what I'm saying is, they offered him 5 concerts, and he's only taking 2.
Well, I don't care what he offered. He doesn't have a license.
But there's no license. There's no legal license.
Because
it's only a permit.
Well, that's the point. It's a permit, is not a license.
No.
And if it's Dublin City Council, who have been dreadful to the IRB and dreadful to me every time. Now they're responsible for the Mansion House.
Yes.
That's their headquarters, if you like.
Yes.
And every year, you've no idea the dirty tricks they play on me and pulling me and won't let me in the door and won't let the people in the door and keep them outside.
But that is your right to
go
there.
That's what I'm doing.
So Dublin City Council have a problem, not you.
Anything that, look for your information there now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 4th of September 2008.
Yes.
And there it is there, look.
I see it. Mm-hmm.
That's in black and white, you.
It is black and white,
Billy McGuire saying it. They were the ones who did it.
Yes.
You read that letter.
I did, yes.
To Dickie Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other letter. This is the one I gave with all the information about the protocol for the medal and the Sam Maguire and the Lee McCarthy. I mean, that's the backbone of our independence.
Correct.
Now, that's what I want to show you. Sam Maguire.
Sam Maguire is
London
there.
Harbour. Look at the wearing the harp.
Wearing the harp.
Everybody,
Now that's well, we'll say patriotism.
Well,
It's
everybody
legal.
on St. Patrick's Day
Yes.
wore that.
Right, and we'll just point him out there. There he is. And
But they're all wearing it.
they're all wearing it. They are.
They
Yes.
are. They have. And there was one other thing I think I wanted to show you.
But Billy, I just want to go back to a point you made there. Why is it that the dirty tricks played by the council in Dublin to prevent you from going into your proper rightful?
They don't want me to.
Why?
Do that.
Why?
Because the Free State, they're not allowed to do that. It's treason under the Free State.
Yes.
And it's Britain controlling the sovereign Republic of Ireland for themselves. And that's what it's all about.
But you see, like, you have a right of entry.
I have.
Like, if I want to go to a